A weary Dublin businessman, after a long day on the road, arrived at his hotel in Galway. Worried that the dining room might close soon, he promptly left his luggage at the front desk and headed straight for dinner. After a relaxed meal, he returned to the front desk only to realize that he had forgotten his room number. Approaching Paddy, the clerk, he explained,
"My name is Seamus O'Flynn. Can you please tell me what room I am in?"
Paddy replied,
Certainly you're in the...
a physician engaged in a clandestine relationship with his nurse. Soon after, she disclosed her pregnancy to him. Fearing his wife discovering the situation, he generously provided the nurse with a significant sum of money and suggested she go to Italy to have the baby. Concerned about how to inform him once the baby was born, she inquired, and he advised her to send a postcard with spaghetti written on the back, assuring he would cover the expenses. After 6 months, the doctor's wife called him at the office, puzzled by a strange postcard from Europe. The doctor told her to wait until he got home to explain. That evening, as he read the postcard aloud, he suffered a heart attack, and paramedics rushed him to the ER. The lead medic stayed behind to comfort the wife, asking about the trauma that led to the cardiac arrest. She picked up the card and read,
"Spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti. 2 with sausage and meatballs. 2.
A young woman brings her fiance home to meet her parents. After dinner, the mother instructs the father to learn more about the young man. In the father's study, he asks about the young man's plans. The fiance responds that he is a scholar, relying on God to provide. Concerned about providing a nice house and an engagement ring, the father receives similar responses. When asked about supporting children, the fiance maintains that God will provide. The father, frustrated, shares with the mother that the fiance has no job, no plans, and seems to think the father is.
A large number of viewers watch my videos without a subscription. Therefore, subscribe to my channel so as not to miss new videos with funny jokes. Dave, a young and innocent priest, had just completed his training and was on his way to his first job at a church. While waiting for a bus, a woman approached him and offered a quickie for $5. Being new to the outside world, Dave was unsure about what a quickie was. Later, as he walked to the church, another woman made the same offer. Perplexed, he arrived at the church and sought clarification from the Mother Superior, asking, "What's a quickie?" She responded, $5, same as in... While playing in the backyard at home, little Johnny accidentally kills a honeybee. His father witnesses this and, in frustration, declares, "No honey for you for 1 month." Later that afternoon, Johnny's dad catches him tearing the wings off a butterfly and declares, "That's it, no butter for you for 1 month." A woman visits her boyfriend's parents' house for dinner, feeling nervous during her first meeting with the family. As they enjoy a meal that includes broccoli casserole, she starts feeling discomfort due to her nervousness and the dish's effects. Trying to discreetly relieve herself, she lets out a subtle fart, but everyone at the table hears the soft sound. Before she can feel embarrassed, her boyfriend's father sternly looks at the dog, Skippy, who had been resting at her feet, and says, "Skippy." Amused by the situation, the woman smiles. Later, when the discomfort returns, she doesn't hesitate and releases a louder, longer fart. Once again, the father glances at the dog, exclaiming, "Damn it, Skippy." The woman grins, thinking, "Yes." After another round of flatulence, this time significant, the father, disgusted, yells, "Damn it, Skippy, get away from her before she..." In the midst of an intimate encounter in a dark forest, a man and a woman engage in activity for about 15 minutes. As they pause, the man expresses a desire for a flashlight, to which the woman responds that she shares the same sentiment, humorously pointing out that he has been eating grass for the past 10 minutes. Returning home from a doctor's appointment, a lady is visibly elated, and her husband inquires about the reason for her happiness. She reveals that the doctor praised her, stating that, for a 45-year-old woman, she has the breasts of an 18-year-old. Playfully, the husband retorts, asking about the doctor's opinion on her 45-year-old derriere, to which she amusingly mentions that he didn't inquire about him. After a wife returns from a work retreat, she discovers a pair of panties in her dresser that doesn't belong to her. Fuming with anger, she confronts her husband, who denies any knowledge of their origin, citing that he doesn't handle the laundry. Seeking clarification, the wife questions the maid, who defensively responds that she has no knowledge of the panties' source. In the early stages of their marriage, a young couple married for less than 6 months faced a peculiar situation. The bride was fixated on learning about her husband's past romantic encounters. Despite the husband's reluctance, she persisted, assuring him that the information wouldn't upset her. Finally, he relented, counting off the experiences. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. During a difficult period marked by the emotional shock of a recent breakup, the man sought solace from a close friend. Hoping for company or guidance, he visited his friend, who quickly felt the heaviness in the air and realized the difficulties the man was facing. Wanting to cheer himself up in an unconventional way, a friend offered the opportunity to have a good time with his girlfriend, mentioning the unique skills she possessed, singing while performing a certain number. The catch was that in order to get a complete impression, it had to be done in complete darkness. Intrigued by the unexpected offer, the man agreed to an unusual offer. That night, shrouded in darkness, he discovered that his friend's statements were indeed accurate. This experience allowed him to escape from emotional pain for a while, surrounded by an amazing musical melody. The next day, still puzzled by what had happened, the man approached his friend to discuss the stunning experience. Expressing amazement, he asked about the secret of the unique skill of his friend's girlfriend. His friend, with a mischievous smile, offered to go to the second round, but with a twist, to turn on the light during the experiment. Considering the offer fair and the opportunity to solve an intriguing mystery, the man agreed to the second round. In the same environment, surrounded by darkness and charming singing, he gathered his courage and, reaching out, turned on the light. When the room instantly lit up, his gaze darted around. Tilting his head down, he saw his friend kneeling in front of him and humming a melody. Tom had been with his wife for an extended period, and although they were happy initially, he started feeling like something was missing from his life. Attempts to discuss his feelings with his wife were met with her constant busyness. One day at work, Tom met Sarah, a new colleague, and they discovered shared interests, quickly becoming close friends. Tom confided in Sarah about his marital issues, finding solace in her understanding and comforting words. They started spending lunch breaks together and exchanged texts regularly. Aware that getting close to another woman was wrong, Tom couldn't resist the strong connection he felt with Sarah. One day, they went for drinks after work, and as the night progressed, Tom found himself drawn to her. However, when things got serious, he pulled away, realizing the gravity of his actions. He confessed to Sarah that he couldn't proceed due to his marriage, and she, understandingly, didn't want to cause trouble. Overwhelmed by guilt, Tom decided to confess his almost infidelity to a priest at church. He admitted to nearly cheating on his wife with another woman. The priest, surprised, emphasized that their actions were akin to committing the act itself. He instructed Tom not to see the woman again and prescribed 5 prayers and a $50 donation to the poor as penance. Leaving the confession booth with a mix of guilt and relief, Tom followed the priest's instructions, but when it came to putting money in the charity box, he cheekily told the priest, "I rubbed the $50 on the box, as you said, and that's the same as putting it in." A salesman peddling bug spray found himself at a farmhouse, attempting to convince the farmer to purchase his product. "Sir," he declared, "my bug spray is so potent that you'll never get a bug bite again. I guarantee it." The skeptical farmer proposed a challenge. "I'll tie you up in my cornfield without any clothes on, spray you with your bug spray, and if you don't have a single bug bite by morning, I'll buy a whole box of your product." Excited by the opportunity, the salesman agreed. They proceeded to the field, where he undressed, and the farmer sprayed him thoroughly before securing him to a post. The farmer then left him there and returned to his house. The following morning, as promised, the farmer and his family ventured out to the cornfield. True to his word, the salesman remained tied to the post without a single bug bite. However, he appeared disheveled, pale, sleep-deprived, and utterly exhausted. Perplexed, the farmer remarked, "Young man, you don't have any bug bites, but you look terrible. What happened to you?" With tired red eyes, the salesman weakly responded, "Oh, for goodness sake, sir, doesn't that calf have a mother?" One day, after a seemingly endless time in the Garden of Eden, Adam called out to God, saying, "Lord, I have an issue." "What's troubling you, Adam?" God responded. "Lord, I appreciate that you created me and provided for me, surrounded me with this exquisite garden and all these amazing animals, but—" Adam hesitated. "I'm just not content." "Why is that, Adam?" came the reply from the heavens. "Lord, I understand that you crafted this place for me with all this wonderful food and all these magnificent creatures, but I'm lonely." "Well, Adam, in that case, I have the perfect solution," God declared. "What's a woman?" "Lord, this woman will be the most intelligent, sensitive, caring, and beautiful being I've ever made. She'll possess such intelligence that she can anticipate your desires even before you do. She'll be so sensitive and caring that she'll understand your every mood and know how to make you happy. Her beauty will rival the splendors of the heavens and the earth. She'll wholeheartedly tend to your every need and desire. She will be the perfect companion for you," proclaimed the heavenly voice. "Wow, she sounds incredible, Lord." "She will be, but there's a price for this, Adam." "How much will this woman cost me, Lord?" Adam inquired. "She'll cost you your right arm, your right leg, an eye, an ear, and your left testicle." Adam contemplated this for some time, his face reflecting deep thought and concern. Finally, he raised his head and said to God, "Nah, what can I get for a rib?" A tired U.S. Army veteran is seeking a seat on a crowded British train. Unable to find one, he approaches a British lady and asks,
"Madam, may I use your seat?"
The British lady responds,
Can't you see my puppy is sitting here? How rude Americans are.
The Army veteran walks off, attempting to find another seat. After a couple of minutes, he returns to the lady and says,
"Please, ma'am, may I have your seat? I'm very tired."
The woman accuses him of being inconsiderate. Undeterred, the man calmly walks up, throws the dog out of the train window, and takes the seat. The woman starts screaming, demanding that the man be punished. Her husband intervenes, saying,
You Americans are doing everything wrong. You drive on the wrong side of the road, use the wrong utensils to eat, and now you've thrown the wrong dog out of the train.
One lazy Sunday morning, the whole family gathered for breakfast. While they were enjoying a delicious meal, something unusual began to happen. While they were buttering pancakes and pouring syrup over them, the parents winked slyly and mischievously. Their eyes met, and it was clear that something was about to happen. The gleam in their eyes spoke for itself. They were in the mood to be alone. Without missing a second, the wife abruptly got up from the table, pushing the plate away, and announced, "I have lost my appetite. I will not finish. I will go to rest." With that, she hurriedly left, leaving her breakfast half-eaten. The husband, without wasting a minute, hastily finished the remains of breakfast and jumped up from his chair. Without a word, he followed his wife up the stairs and disappeared into their bedroom. The children who were left at breakfast were completely confused. The older child, the more curious of the two, turned to the younger one and said, "Hey, something strange is going on. We need to find out what's going on." Without hesitation, the younger brother calmly put down his fork and decided to investigate. A few moments later, the younger child returned to the kitchen where the older one was waiting impatiently. The eldest child asked, "Well, what did you see? What's going on there?" The younger brother casually sat back down at the table, picked up a fork, and began to devour breakfast with incredible speed. Surprised and puzzled, the eldest child asked, "Why are you eating so fast? What's going on there?" The younger one, with fear in his eyes, replied, "Up there, Dad punishes those who don't finish their meals in bed."